bow is the very first long-range weapon in Hunty Zombies, and trust me, it is way more interesting than it looks. In this video I will show you all of its attacks, every skill, the hidden mastery power, and at the end, we will see if the bow is actually worth getting or not. I already rolled the Prodigy trait on this bow, and I maxed out its mastery to 100, so we are ready to test this weapon at its full potential together. Let's start with the basic attack. The bow fires for arrows in quick succession, each arrow dealing about 15 damage. After firing for arrows, you have a very short cooldown before you can start shooting again. In total, that is around 60 damage from the full basic attack cycle. Now, since this is a long-range weapon, you might think the arrows can travel across the entire map, but in reality, the range is not that huge. Compared to the shoe's weapon, the bow actually has a smaller effective range, which means it is not amazing for extremely long-distance fights. Where it really shines is on mid-range. When you are fighting raid bosses, you can easily keep your distance and dodge their attacks while still dealing consistent damage. That is the biggest advantage of the bow. You can stay safe while putting pressure on the boss. Now let's go through the skills. The first skill is called Double Quake. When you use it, you shoot to powerful arrows directly in front of you, dealing about 123 damage. The cooldown is 20 seconds, so while the damage is decent, you will not be able to use it too often. Still, it works well for finishing off enemies or adding some burst damage. The second skill is Hailstorm, and this one is really good. When you activate it, arrows rain down on a large area in front of you for a few seconds. Enemies caught in the storm not only take a lot of damage, up to around 400 if you place it well, but they are also knocked back. The cooldown is 15 seconds, which is very short for how strong this skill is. With big area of effect, knockback, high damage, and fast cooldown, Hailstorm is easily one of the best skills in the bow's kit and probably the one you will use the most. The third skill is Typhoon. This one is a bit tricky, because when you activate it, you dash forward while dealing up to 300 damage to enemies in your path. It has a 25-second cooldown. The problem here is that since the bow is designed as a long-range weapon, moving closer to your enemies is not always the smartest idea. In campaign mode, you can use this skill to quickly move between rooms or in a dangerous situation to escape, but in raid boss fights, it is not very useful. Still, it is nice to have a mobility option, even if you do not use it often for damage. Now let's talk about the Awakening skill. The bow's Awakening can deal up to 800 damage in a very big area. Just like with other Awakenings in Hunty Zombies, it is designed so you do not miss. You simply activate it, and everything in range takes massive damage. Awakening takes some time to charge up, so being guaranteed to hit is important. Overall, this skill gives the bow the ability to clear large groups of enemies very quickly or to chunk down a boss when you have built up enough energy. Finally, we have the Mastery skill, which is called Nature's Requiem. This is the skill you unlock when you max out your bow mastery to 100. Nature's Requiem fires a devastating shot in front of you that deals around 630 damage, and it has a cooldown of 25 seconds. On its own, that is already a strong attack, but the special thing about this skill is that it also fills your Awakening bar almost instantly. This means that in most situations, you can use Nature's Requiem and then immediately follow it up with your Awakening, effectively doubling your burst damage. That is a huge advantage in raid mode where timing and damage output really matter. So overall, the bow is a very solid weapon. It has strong skills, especially Hailstorm, and the Mastery skill. It can deal consistent damage from a safe distance, and it feels great to use in raid mode. But is it better than shoes? I would say in campaign mode shoes are still the better choice, simply because they are faster and better for clearing waves of enemies. However, in raid mode the bow is almost perfect. Being able to dodge attacks while still damaging the boss, and then chaining Nature's Requiem into Awakening makes it extremely effective. Alright, now before we wrap up, let's give a quick shout out to the 2 winners of the previous giveaway. If you see your Roblox username on the screen, make sure you have accepted my friend request so I can send you your prize. If you also want to win rewards like weapon slots, lucky spins, or pet packs, all you need to do is subscribe to the channel, like this video, and most importantly leave your exact Roblox username in the comments. That way I can contact you and send you your reward if you win. If you have any questions about the bow or this update, Drop them in the comments and I will try to answer them. For more giveaways and to hang out with the community, make sure to check out my Discord and Roblox group. And if you want a chance to join me directly in game, you can follow my Roblox profile. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more Hunty Zombies content.